what I want you to do is I want you to start off in a child's pose. So go ahead and find your mat or the floor, whatever you want. And you're going to bring your knees to the outside of your mat, hip width distance apart. Kind of figure out what feels best in your hips because everybody's hips are different. So figure out what feels best in your child's pose. Toes together, knees out wide, forehead all the way down to your mat. And just take some time to breathe here. Focus on your breath in and focus on your breath out. And remember that it's your breath that's going to help get you through this entire workout. So deep breaths in and long breaths out. Taking a couple moments here just to reset. Get your brain focused on what we're doing today. One more inhale. One more exhale. On your next inhale, I want you to rise up to a tabletop. Hands are directly under your shoulders. Knees are directly under your hips. We're going to work into your spine, just kind of undulating through your spine. So we're going to work that cat-cow. Face comes forward as you take an inhale, dip the belly. Exhale as you bring your back all the way to the ceiling. Inhale, faces forward, dip the belly down. Exhale, tuck the chin to the chest. Go on your own cycle of breathing here, but every time you reach your back to the ceiling, can you really get into that core, almost like you're doing a crunch. And really work those muscles, getting them warmed up, opening up the shoulder, opening up the back. One more here. On your next inhale, find a neutral tabletop. Tuck your toes under. We're going to get right into it, guys. So with your toes tucked under right here in your tabletop, we're just gonna hover the knees about 1 inch off the floor and hold. Push into the floor like you're mad at it. Really separating the space between your shoulder blades a lot. Try not to shrug those shoulder blades together. Don't dip your belly. Keep it nice and tight for 3, 2, downward facing dog. Send your glutes up and back. Heels are reaching towards the floor. Small bend in the knees. Pedal it out. It's the first time in your downward facing dog today. Pushing your chest just a little bit closer to your knees. Recognizing what this feels like right now. Just acknowledging it, being cool with it. Take a big inhale. Lift the heels to the ceiling. Exhale, bring the heels down closer to the floor. Inhale, heels to the ceiling. Exhale, heels down closer to the floor. One more time, guys. Inhale, up to the ceiling. Exhale, down all the way to the floor. Inhale, bend your knees and look forward. And then exhale, just travel forward with your feet. Feet are together here. Forward fold, let your upper body hang nice and heavy, just spilling over your legs. Maybe you hold on to your elbows if you want that kind of ragdoll forward fold, or maybe you just let your hands fall to the floor. But what I want you to do is I want you to play around with your balance here. So shift your body weight slightly forward and just notice what that does to your hamstrings. Big breaths in. And long breaths out. On your next inhale, you're going to slowly rise up one vertebrae at a time all the way to the top. And let's do a couple shoulder rolls to get us going. Shoulder rolls back. Make sure you get your shoulder rolls forward as well. Perfect. All right, guys, we're going to go into a very gentle sun A. Palms are facing forward. Draw the shoulders down your back. I want everything to ignite starting at your toes. So dig your toes into the floor and almost massage your mat, making sure that your feet are working. Lift your kneecaps just a little bit closer to the ceiling by engaging your quads and lifting your glutes. Big squeeze here as you bring your pelvis slightly forward, tucking that rib cage to make sure your core is on fire. Squeezing your shoulder blades together, puffing up your chest, lifting the crown of your head, palms are forward. Take a big inhale here. Exhale out the mouth. One more time, be audible with your breathing. Inhale here. exhale out the mouth. Your inhale is a mountain pose. Come all the way up with your arms. Your lower body stays exactly where it's at. But I want you to twist your wrists a little bit so that your pinkies are actually facing one another. Drawing the shoulder blades down still. Try not to get them up close to your ears as you come up. If this doesn't feel comfortable on your shoulders, it's totally okay to bring your hands slightly more forward so that you can make sure that you're nurturing that shoulder back behind you. Otherwise, you're really trying to reach towards the sky. Take an inhale, slightly look up, maybe a small bend in the back, and then exhale all the way down, forward fold. Your inhale is a halfway lift. Flatten out the back a lot. Hands are right here at your shins, just barely touching your shins. You're using the strength of your core, not anchoring into your legs. Using the strength of your core to stay nice and upright for your back. Take an inhale here, and then exhale, plant your hands and step it back gently for a high plank. Staying in a high plank for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, downward facing dog in 2, and downward facing dog. Let's find it again. We're gonna go through sun A, but we're going to add a chair pose to that, guys. We're gonna light up your legs this morning before we get too much into core. So take an inhale and bend your knees and look forward. Exhale, travel forward, feet are together. Your inhale is your halfway lift. Your exhale is your forward fold. Inhale all the way up, mountain pose. You're not staying there long. Exhale, bring it back for a chair plank. So you're gonna come down nice and low, like you're sitting back in a chair and your hands are back behind you. Palms are facing the floor. Gaze is about 3 to 4 feet in front of you, keeping yourself in a neutral spine. I want you to push your knees together, push your heels together, really using the strength of your core, flattening out the back. So try not to kind of go into a tilt with your pelvis. Really bring the belly button a little bit closer to your rib cage as you hold here. Playing around with your depth today and whatever feels better for you. Stay for the inhale. Stay for the exhale. Good. On your inhale, you're going to bring your hands to heart center. You are still in a chair pose. Hold on to this right here. I know you're in a chair for a long time. I get it. We're not even done yet. All right, so staying here in a chair pose. I want you to lift your right toes off, or your right heel off the floor. You can keep your right toes on the floor if you need a kickstand for balance, or if you're feeling super confident today, go ahead and lift your entire right foot off of the floor and let it hover. You're here for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, don't bring your heel down. Stay with me, and now you're gonna pulse that left leg down in a mini squat. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, now you're back down to chair. We are not out of it. Stay with me, all right? Right leg is gonna stay planted on the floor. Left leg comes up. Again, you can kickstand so that your toes are just grazing the floor to help you with balance. Or you can lift everything up, but you're here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold with baby pulses on your right leg. Push your booty back. 4, 3, 2, 1, you're not done. Chair pose, you're still here. Now we're gonna pulse in chair, double legs on the floor. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, forward fold, guys, relax. Ooh, breathe through that. Take a big inhale and then let your body just spill on the exhale. One more time, inhale, exhale. Inhale is your halfway lift, find that flat back. Exhale, back to a high plank. You're gonna stay here. Push into the mat a lot, separating your shoulder blades. Tuck tuck your butt towards your rib cage so that you're almost flattening out your booty a lot. You really shouldn't have a huge butt when it comes to doing a plank. If you look like this, you're not really doing a plank, you're doing something funny with your lower back, all right? So bring it in, keep it in nice and tight. Squeeze your quads and lift for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, downward facing dog. All right, guys, we're gonna move on to sun B. Still a little bit of focus on those legs. We're not doing chair though. Again, I promise you're done. Take a big inhale and reach your right heel high to the sky, as high as you can here, but be mindful that your right hip needs to drop so it's in the same line as your left hip. So maybe you're sacrificing a little bit of height for that, and that's okay, but just make sure that those hips line up. Take an inhale there, and then exhale, step it through for a low lunge. Be mindful of your low lunge here. Your back leg is straight and strong. Your front knee is right over your ankle, and wherever you need to be with your fingertips is great. You can either be all the way down in your hands, you can be on your fingertips, whatever you need. Take a big inhale, and then exhale. Your next inhale, you're rising up to a crescent lunge. So your upper body is just stacked right over your hips. You're finding mountain arms here, drawing the shoulder blades down. Your back leg is gonna do what it needs to. I'd like it to be straight and strong, but if you start to feel a little bit of discomfort in the posterior part of your leg, a small bend in the knee will help you with that. Stay right here, put some pressure on that front leg to work for you. Big breath in, long breath out. Taking some time in this first sun B. Inhale here, exhale. On your next inhale, bring your hands to your heart center here. You're still stacked right over your hips, but this time, we're actually gonna lean forward. So you're in a forward reaching lunge, but instead of reaching the hands forward, I really want you to keep them at heart center here. And notice what that does to your glute. Your glute on the right side should be saying good morning right now because you've shifted the load of your body from directly over the hips, putting a lot more pressure on that front glute to work for you. Make sure that those hips are nice and level with each other. I know, you're feeling it through your glute. I get it. Big inhale, long exhale. Stay for one more breath here. Really working time under tension for this first set in sun B. One inhale, one exhale. Come right back up for a crescent lunge and then open it up for a warrior two. So your back leg is going to be parallel, or your back foot is going to be parallel to your mat. Your hands are extended so that you're one long line of energy from fingertip to fingertip. Now, a lot of times what people will do in a warrior two is they actually reach their body forward. So what I really want you to do is bring your shoulders back so that they stack over your hips. Really working into your core and trying to get that knee over the ankle. Notice as you get tired, you're going to come back here and really put the pressure on your quad. I want the pressure to stay on your glute. So bring that forward. Couple more breaths here in warrior two. You're gonna get some relief in a second. One more inhale. One more exhale. Your inhale is a reverse triangle. So straighten out your front leg. Back hand comes all the way to your back leg. Reach up with your right arm and high five the back of the room. Drawing the shoulder blades down, so try not to reach up too high. You're reaching high with the fingertips, but you're reaching low with your shoulders. Getting a little bit of relief through your front leg. One more inhale here. And then as you exhale, we're gonna go into a triangle. So with a triangle, you're just gonna tick-tock your arms, and now your right hand is gonna be glued onto your right shin. But I don't want you to anchor. You should be able to let go and not move at all. This is really about your core working for you. Small bend in your right knee just to avoid some hyperextension. Looking up or down, whatever feels best for you. Core is working hard here. If you want a little bit more out of this, you can always let it go and maybe reach forward with your 8 hands. So it's like you're holding a big beach ball. One more inhale. One more exhale. We're gonna inhale to star pose. Parallel your feet. You are 4 points of energy. Palms are facing me. Take a big inhale, look up, small bend in the back as you look up. And then exhale, forward fold, wide legs. Get some release through your lower back. Get some release through your hamstrings. And just do what you need right now to feel good. Maybe bend one knee and then the other. This is your pose to do what you want with it. You're here for one more inhale, one more exhale. Inhale to halfway lift, flatten out your spine, still in that wide leg. Take one more inhale here, and then you're gonna exhale to the back of your mat with a low lunge. Good, we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So stay for the inhale, lengthen out that back leg, and then you're gonna come all the way up to your crescent lunge. Remember, your back leg can have a little bit of a bend in it if that's what you need, but your shoulders are down, putting a lot of tension on that left glute to be working for you this time. Shoulders directly over the hips. Bring your hips slightly forward. Try not to bring those hips back, right? Bring those hips forward. If you find that you can't quite do that, you might want to shorten up your stance just a little bit so that you can get a little bit more space through that front right hip flexor. Take a big inhale here. One more exhale. Your inhale, you're going to bring your hands to your heart center and tick-tock forward. So you're one long line of energy from the crown of your head to your back heel. Again, this is putting a little bit more pressure on that front glute to work for you. So draw your right hip forward to meet your left and stay here. Feeling the heat? I can. Good, stay with it. A few more breaths in, a few more breaths out. One more inhale. One more exhale. Your inhale is back to your crescent lunge here. You're only there for a moment before we open it up for warrior 2. Back heel, back foot is going to be parallel to your mat. Front toes are forward, gaze is forward, shoulders are right over your hips as you reach in opposite directions, like you're being ripped apart, but with your own energy here. Take a big inhale and bend into that front knee just a little bit, as long as you've got the space for it. Stay for the inhale. Stay for the exhale, building the heat. One more breath in. One more breath out. Inhale, straighten the front leg, reverse triangle. Back hand comes to the back of your leg. High five the back of the room as you look up and reach out of the hip, really trying to find a lot of length through your side body to get a great stretch through your intercostal muscles right here along your ribs. Lift high. One more inhale, and then exhale, tick-tock, down triangle. Small bend through that front knee as you just barely hold on to your shin and lift through your side body, opening up. Try not to let your shoulder drop forward. Open up the shoulders so they stack one on top of the other, really working through your oblique muscles on the right side. You're almost there. One more inhale. One more exhale. Good. Inhale all the way up to star pose where we've seen each other before. Palms are forward. Open it up, look up, and maybe small bend through your back, and then come all the way down, forward fold. Breathe, take a break. You are right here, working through your knees, whatever you want to feel good through your body. One more inhale. Last exhale. Inhale as your halfway lift with wide legs. Exhale, low lunge, front of the mat where we started. Now you know we're doing this again. We're gonna do this one more time. Everything that we've done, we're gonna do one breath, one movement. So we'll go fairly quickly through, but I'm gonna pause you and challenge you in a few of these poses. So get ready for that. So your right foot is forward, you're in that low lunge. One more inhale here, straighten up that back leg, straight and strong. And then as you come up, take your next inhale in your crescent lunge. Again, be mindful about how your feet are feeling. Maybe you need to shorten it up a little bit. Maybe you need to lengthen it out. Good. Small bend in the back knee if you need that space. One more inhale here. And then exhale, bring your hands to your heart center and bring yourself down. Now we're gonna do some knee drives. I want you to be mindful of your knee. If you have a sensitive knee or any pain in the knee, then you're gonna find something that feels comfortable for you. Otherwise, you are right here with me and we are gonna drive the knee forward as you magnetize your right foot into the mat. Be mindful of your left foot. Your heel is all the way to the ceiling, so try not to reach that heel down. Bring that heel up as high as you can, and we're just gonna launch slightly forward into the knee and bring it back. Forward into the knee and bring it back. We've got 8 of these, that was 2. That's 3. Did you feel your booty turn on? Great, me too. 4, 5, push into that heel a lot. 6, 7, last time, 8, good. Back up to that crescent lunge. We're getting right to it, opening it up for warrior 2. Take a big inhale here. Exhale, reverse your triangle before you come down to a full triangle. Stay here, big inhale. This is where I'm gonna challenge your core. So you're barely holding on to your right shin, and I want you to lift up, let go of the shin, come up a little bit, and then draw it back down. You are tracing your fingertips from your shin all the way to your knee. Up and down. Up and down. Good. Up. That's 4, 5, 6. Really big focus on keeping those shoulders in the same line. Try not to drop that top shoulder forward. Last one here. Come all the way down and hold before you come up for your star pose. Taking that relief. Open it up towards me and then all the way down, forward fold. This is that break that you get in your wide-legged forward fold. Do what you need to. I encourage you to play around with your weight distribution. I like to bring my weight forward so I can feel a little bit through my low back and hamstring. Whatever you want. One more inhale here. Last exhale. Inhale is a halfway lift. Flatten out the back a lot. Exhale, traveling to your opposite side here of the mat. We're going right into it. Lift up for your crescent lunge. We've been here before. Back leg is straight and strong. Maybe a micro bend if you need it. Lots of pressure on that front glute to work for you. Draw your right hip forward to keep your hips lined up together. Really big reach here before you bring your hands to your heart center and reach forward. Putting the weight onto your front leg. Stay right here, going into those knee drives. Again, be mindful of your knee. If your knee does not like that, please don't do it. I'm not with you. I don't know what your body feels like, but you do. All right, we're gonna drive it forward for 8 and back. 7 and back. 6 and back. 5, back. 4, back. Keep that heel glued. Back. Good. Almost there, guys. Stay with it. Magnetize that foot. We've got one more. Good. And straight back to that lunge. Arms up tall. Open it up for warrior 2. Big inhale here. Let's reverse your triangle. Straighten out that front leg, getting some relief. Then finding that triangle once again. Good, stacking those shoulders. This is where we're gonna reach and work into your obliques. So reach high, trace the fingers to the knee. Reach down. Reach high, trace the fingers to the knee and down. Good, high. This is 3 and down. 4. We're going to 8. 5. 6. 7, squeeze your glutes. And 8. Bring it all the way down. Find your star pose towards me. And wide-legged forward fold. Relax. Ooh, take a breath in. Really finding this is your timeout area. One more inhale. One more exhale. Inhale is a halfway lift. Just because we need to do the same thing for the other side and we didn't do that leg lift, you're gonna go towards the back of the mat, exactly where you were. Plant your hands down, back leg straight and strong, and then reach your left leg high, making sure that we get it on both sides. So toes are down, lift the heel, stay for the inhale, and then downward dog on the exhale. Bring your knees down and take a seat on your mat. All right, so you should be pretty warm through your legs. I am. But we are gonna go ahead and get straight into strength and cardio. If you prefer and you want to put your socks and shoes on, you are certainly welcome to do that, but you absolutely do not have to. We are gonna be timed today, and today, like I said, is about core strength. And I want it to be slow and controlled and intentional, all right? You guys work out here, you know what that looks like, all right? We are not going willy-nilly and running around like crazy people. We are being really intentional about how our body moves. So do what you need, grab some water. We're gonna meet back here in like 30 seconds because we're gonna get started, all right? I think I'm gonna put my shoes on. Even though you really don't need them, I'm gonna put my shoes on. Grab your water, grab what you need. You can still use your yoga mat, that's totally cool. I will. All right, I will be doing a lot of this workout with you, but as I don't do it with you, and I come to spy on you to make sure that you are doing well and feeling good about it, I want you guys to stay moving. All right, so this is what we're gonna do. We are gonna activate your core one time, but we are gonna go through the core superset 3 times. All right, so we're gonna go in for dead bugs and we're gonna go in for astronauts. If you've never done an astronaut, it is one of my favorite core exercises and it's pulled from Pilates, which is also one of my favorite ways to activate and work your core. So we are gonna do dead bugs together, all right? So go ahead and come down to the floor. Usually we'll demo for you first, but not today. So you're gonna come down to the floor. I guess I should go this way. Everybody's down together. And you're gonna bring your knees right over your hips. I want you to flex your toes towards you so that we can get a little bit more activation through your legs. And then you're gonna have your palms facing each other directly over your hands. You literally look like a dead bug right now. Now, what I love about a dead bug is this is so variable. You can do whatever it is that you need that feels the best in your body. So maybe right now, it's just this is where you're at. And all you wanna do is just engage your core and bring your belly button and your spine and your rib cage just a little bit closer together, and that's what feels good. If you've got a little bit more, then what I want you to do is I want you to reach opposite heel to opposite hand, right? If that's too much for you, then what I want you to do is I want you to just work one. So maybe it's just your legs today. Whatever it is that you need. Maybe you're working a smaller range of motion. But we are all going together right now because we are 60 seconds here. Glue your lower back into the floor. I really want you to think about if someone had like a shoelace, a really long shoelace underneath your lower back, and they were trying to pull it out from under you. And you're like, no, you cannot have my favorite shoelace. That's what I want you to think about. Can you push your lower back into that shoelace so hard that no one can pull it out from under you? Okay, so feel free to play around with your tempo, what feels the best for you. But we are here for 15 more seconds. Readjust that spine, squeeze everything together. Push into the floor with the low back, squeezing into that imaginary shoelace for 3, 2, and 1. All right, we are up for astronauts. You ready? This is like one of my favorites. Has anyone done an astronaut before? Cool, okay. All right, here we go. So with an astronaut, you can have your feet either flat on the floor, or you can have your toes up, whatever feels the best for you. Sometimes it's really just about ankle mobility. But your hands, you're gonna link them underneath your knees here, and you're just gonna hold on. Now, what you're gonna do from there is you're gonna lengthen out your arms so that your back is nice and flat. So you're gonna look something like this, or your feet can be down, whatever you want, okay? And then once you're there and you've got a nice flat back, your eyes are slightly up because they're facing the same direction as your chest. You're gonna let go of your hands and they're gonna come forward. If that doesn't feel awesome, you just get to come up a little bit more. If that feels like it's no biggie, you can come down a little bit more, but I'm gonna be messing with you here for the next 60 seconds. So you're gonna find your own challenge with your own body. Open up the shoulders a lot, try not to sink, okay? From here, we're turning off our core. So really open it up, keep everything nice and solid, and sink an inch deeper, an inch higher, an inch deeper. 1 inch up, 1 inch down, 1 inch up, 3 inches down. I know you heard me right. 3 inches down and hold. 3, 2, an inch up, an inch down, an inch up, 3 inches down. This is your lowest point. Stay with it. Use your core. I know you're shaking because I am too. And up an inch, down an inch, up an inch, down an inch. Stay with it. Up and down. Now you're right back to starting position. Reset if you need to with your hands underneath. Bringing your hands forward one more time. We're going to reach over and turn towards the left. Down an inch, up, down and up, down and up. 2 more. Down and up. Other side. Reach all the way over. Down and up. Down, up, down, up. Last 2. Last 1. And up. Relax. All right, cool. Okay, so we're going to do that one more time before we get into some strength work. We'll finish off with like a little bit of cardio today. I'm like, I want you to get sweaty, but I don't want you to like hate my guts like at the end of this. All right, so we're going to do this once more. Dead bug. All right, you're back on the mat. Knees are right over your hips. Flex your toes towards you. Use your legs. And then hands are right back up. Now you can do the same variation or you can do something different. Okay, so for me today, I think I'm gonna actually have my hands down low. You can play with this, but I really wanna feel this in my lower abs. So I'm gonna have a full extension through my legs. Hands down, full extension through the legs. That's just what feels good for me today. You need to know what feels good for you today. But we're 60 seconds right here. Remember what I said about your shoelace. Don't let go of the shoelace. Push into the floor so no one can take it from you. Good. They're trying to pull it from the right side of you. Push in. Your own tempo here. Breathe. Find that shake through your body. It's saying thank you for working me on Sunday at 9 a.m. Good. You've got 15 seconds. Maybe find something different for the last little bit, whatever you want. 5, 4, 3, 2, and we're up. All right, going in for that last round of astronaut. Okay, so we're gonna work all of those fun inches again. Okay, you ready? This time we're going in for 90 seconds. So you're gonna start with me. Heels can be on the floor, toes can be down, whatever you want. Hands are underneath, flattening out that spine. This is where time starts. Again, nice and flat, let go of your hands and stay with me. We're 90 seconds here. I think it's interesting, a lot of people, when they're saying like, let's work your core, we automatically think like, well, I'm gonna suck it in. And it's like, no. Using your core often feels like you're expanding. Because think about it, like all your muscles are contracting. So you really should feel some expansion, right? A lot of expansion through your entire core, not just your abs. Everything around you is holding you stable in this position. We're gonna go down and up, down and up, down and up, down and up. Good, challenge yourself to stay with me. Woo. Down and hold, down and hold. Good, over to the left side and up, down and up, down and up. We are almost there, guys. And up, down, back to center, other side, cross over, up, down, and up, down, and up, down, and up, back to center, and hold. Come down, you're almost there. Maybe straighten out the legs. Woo! How's that? 5, 4, lower down slowly in 3, 2, slowly lower all the way down. One hand on your heart, the other on your stomach. Let your toes flop open. Take a second here to breathe. One more. Good. All the way up, team. All right, grab some water if you need to. Your core is officially activated and ready to go. Isn't that exciting? All right, so this is what we have. We're still gonna work some core, but now we're ready to get into some squats. We are gonna do squats. If you have weights that you wanna use for squats, you are certainly welcome to. I'm not going to because I'm just not about that life today. All right, so we're gonna do tempo squats. We're gonna do a plank with a knee tap, and we're gonna do toe touch crunches. Those are 3 exercises that we are gonna work in a pyramid set. All right, so we're gonna do 30 seconds of each of those, then we're going to rest, but a very small rest because as I said, this is not extremely metabolic today. We're really working on strength and intention today. All right, so this is what your squats are gonna look like. We're gonna, again, remember, and I say this all the time, everybody's hip anatomy is different. Your squats may not look like my squats. You've gotta find something that works for your toes, your knees, and your hips. So for me, I like my toes slightly more out so I can drive my knees out this way. Some people are maybe more of a standard squat and that's fine too. But we're gonna come down for 5 counts. We're gonna hold for 5 counts. We're gonna go all the way into a plank and then bring it back up. All right, so you're gonna stay with me as we do this. Everybody's in standing, finding what feels good through your feet and your toes. And we're gonna come down for 5, 4, 3, 2, lowest point in your squat, squeeze your glutes, drive your knees out. 3, 2, 1, bring it down, hands to the floor, step it back for your plank. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step it back in, down low in the squat for 5, 4, 3, 2, up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I said 30 seconds, but we only had to do one of those. How nice is that? Then we're gonna hit the floor, and now we've got plank knee taps. So down in a high plank, if you prefer, you can go down. If you have any wrist issues, you can definitely go down to a low plank. I prefer a low plank, but that's just me. But let's find plank here. Everybody's up with me. What you're gonna do is you're gonna come down, touch your knees, kiss your knees to the floor, bring it right back up. Squeeze the glutes and squeeze your legs. Bring it down, touch the knees, lift and big squeeze through the lower body. Down and touch, big squeeze through the lower body, guys. Really focus on that squeeze through the glutes, squeeze through the legs. You're here for 2 more. Squeeze everything so hard. Last time, big squeeze, and then come down. Perfect. Okay, we're going into toe crunches. So you're gonna come all the way down, remembering that anytime you do anything with your spine and you're in a supine position, I don't want you guys to lift the neck. We're not doing like a neck crunch, okay? This is not really gonna be helpful for you. So you're really trying to find everything right here, but we're gonna work with the toes. So what I want you to do is kind of come back to those dead bug legs, and what we'll do is we're gonna peel the upper body off the floor and touch. Bring it back down, off the floor, and touch. Just like this. You can have a small range of motion. You can have a big range of motion. Whatever you need it to be. Only working 30 seconds this round. This is just to get you familiar with the exercise. Almost there. Exhale as you come all the way and bring your knees towards your chest. Inhale as you open. One more time here. And bring it back. All right, guys, back up to the top. Okay, so we're gonna do this again. We're going squats. We're going for more length of time. All right, so time under tension. If it feels like it was no big deal and you wanna grab a kid, if you wanna grab your weights, that's totally fine. But here we go. Finding that squat position. 5, 4, 3, 2, hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, hands down, step it back, high plank. 5, 4, 3, 2, step it back in. Low squat, hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, lift and squeeze your glutes ever so slowly. You're taking your dear sweet time getting to the top. We're going again, right back in. 5, 4, 3, 2, hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, bring it down, step it back for your high plank. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to your low squat. You're holding. 5, 4, 3, 2. Lift slow. Slow, 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 slow. I know it's burning. It's cool. 2, 1. Stand up. Good job. All right. Plank knee taps. Down to the floor. Low plank or high plank. We're in it right now. Squeeze everything at the top. Squeeze your glute. Bring it down. Touch your knees to the floor. Squeeze up. Big squeeze. It's almost like a leg extension. Tuck. Squeeze the leg. Squeeze the glute. Bring it down. Squeeze. Good. This is 45 seconds this time. Make this intentional. Your entire body squeezing at the top. You're drawing your hips slightly forward as you squeeze your glutes. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, relax. All right, right into those toe taps with your crunches. Knees over the hips, right here, flex your toes towards you, opening it up, taking an inhale as you open, exhale as you come in. Good, 45 seconds right here. Go at your own tempo and what feels best for you. If you feel any discomfort on your neck, maybe support your neck with your fingers. But exhale as you bring those knees close to you. Maybe even going in for a teeny tiny little hip lift at the top. Just to give you that little extra. You have 15 seconds. Good. Last couple right here. Give you 2 more. Bring it together. One more, big open, big close, relax. Good. Not a lot of rest, guys, because again, we're not doing a lot of things metabolic. How are we feeling? Super fab? Great. All right. Now we're going in for 1 minute, right? When I said 30 seconds the first time and then we did 1 rep, it's like, oh yeah, it's fine, totally. No, not this time. All right, so we're gonna go in for 1 minute this time through the squats. Not a lot of rest, so right here, ready? Everybody's up, down for 5, 4, 3, 2, hold at your lowest point, drive the knees out, squeeze your glutes, lock your feet into the floor, and then come down, high plank, step it back, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bring it back, find that low squat for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, nice and slow all the way up, 3, 2, back in, no rest at the top, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, step it down and back, high plank, 4, 3, 2, 1, bring it back, low squat, you're here, 4, 3, 2, 1, nice and slow up. Ooh. Oh, let's take our dear sweet time. All right, good, relax. Legs warm, great. All right, down to the floor. You can do low plank knee taps, high plank knee taps, whatever you want. Everybody's in the plank right here. We have 1 minute. Touch the knees down, leg extension and squeeze. Touch the leg down, squeeze everything in the lower body as much as you can. This can be an exhausting exercise if you really focus on the squeeze through the glute and the squeeze all the way through your quads at the top. Almost there. Halfway. There you go, I see you. Big squeeze at the top. Huge squeeze with your glutes. Lift your glute muscles all the way to the ceiling. Good, you've got 15. Push into the mat as much as you can with your elbows. Separate those shoulder blades, don't let them go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax, flip it over, supine. You've got those toe touch crunches. You have 1 minute starting right now. Big open and close. Again, use your hands behind you if you need to support your neck. If you got a little bit of a hip drive up, give me that hip drive up. Whatever you need to challenge your body, I'm just your guide. Good. We are about halfway there. Pull everything together as much as you can. Big exhale as you crunch into that body. Try not to reach your chin too far forward. We don't want to jet our chins forward. We do that enough on computers. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, relax. All right, guys, we are up. You are done with your strength. Now we are going to finish off. We've got about 10 minutes. So we're going to finish off. We've got 2 to 3 rounds, depending on how much time we have, of a little bit of metabolic work, okay? Then we're going to get into some restorative yoga to finish off your day so that you can move on with your life and enjoy your Sunday. All right, so we have just 2 exercises. We are going to be mirroring what we've done so far with some hop squats. It's not necessarily a jump squat because what I'd really like you to do is take it a little bit wider today, and we're just gonna be right here in a hop squat. If you wanna make that high and get some air, that's cool, that's on you. I'm not gonna do that today because that doesn't feel right for me today, but then after that, we're gonna hit the deck and we're gonna come down for mountain climbers. And you're just gonna be right here for mountain climbers. If you don't like that, then you can maybe just step it in. That's cool. Or you can hold the high plank. All right, so we're gonna do 30 seconds, one right after the other. So that's 1 minute of hard work, rest, do it again. You ready? All right, guys, right here, 30 seconds in your hop squats in 3, 2, 1. 30 seconds. Nothing crazy. If this does not feel good on your knees, maybe try to bring your booty back a little bit farther to take the pressure off. Or maybe you are not jumping today. That's totally cool. Halfway. Legs have been woken up today. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mountain climbers down to the floor. High plank pose, wherever you need it to be. Drive the knee. Be gentle with the body. Try not to rock the hips too much in this. And shift your body weight forward so your shoulders are right over your hands. Halfway. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Good. Take your break. Grab your water. I'm gonna grab mine. Whew. Hi, Lucy. That's my niece. All right, you guys. We're gonna go in again. How are we feeling? Super fab, super good. Okay, we're gonna go in again, hop squats. Again, listen to your body. You're gonna hate round 2 because it is round 2. You're probably gonna hate round 3 more than round 2 if we can get to it, all right? But that's okay, let's just stay with it, okay? So here we go. You've got 30 seconds again. We're not adding time, we're just doing it again. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. If you're not feeling it in round 2, just take a squat. But if you want a little bit more of a challenge, maybe you're just down nice and low and you're doing a nice pulse for that 30 seconds. Whatever feels good for you right now and what you can do. All right, we're more than halfway. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way down, you've got those mountain climbers. 30 seconds, starts right now. Shift that body weight forward. Don't let your booty become a tent. Halfway. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Take a seat. My Sunday gift to you is we are not doing that again. All right, this is when we are going to slow down, get our breathing back to normal. Grab some water if you want to. But we are going to cool it down. All right. All right, if you are ready to cool down, I am. Today I think is going to be my off day. It is no longer my off day. All right, so let's go feet nice and wide here. And what I really want you to do is just play around with your feet. Sometimes people are a little bit more narrow. That's fine. This feels better on my legs and my hips. Remember, everybody is different. And you're just going to crawl your hands forward and maybe come down to your elbows if you have that space. If you don't have that space, that's okay. I just want you to be able to feel this kind of on your hip adductors right here, maybe a little bit on your lower back and your outer hips. But just come down to whatever feels good for you and maybe even let your neck drop. Maybe rock yourself kind of side to side. I love a good static stretch, but I don't know if it's me and I just have a hard time like staying in one place for too long. But that's either something I need to work on, but I'd like to think that I'm just listening to my body and it likes to move. So whatever that means. Just figure out what feels good for you and get a good stretch through the body. And then go ahead and come right back up. Both feet are going to be forward this time. And we're going to get in for your glutes because we worked your glutes a lot today. We did a lot of glute core work. So you're going to bring that right knee up. And you're going to put your right foot on the outside of your left knee here. And I want you to hook your knee around your elbow. Lift the crown of your head really tall so you have a nice flat back. Right hand back behind you and turn. Really trying to pull your leg into your body as much as you can. The more that you pull the leg into the body, the more that you're really going to feel that through your right glute. If you don't feel that through your right glute, then it's probably because your glutes are fabulous. Mine are always tight, so this is always a really good stretch for me. But if you've got a little bit more space and you can't quite feel that, hook a little bit more, maybe even hook your left elbow to the outside and get an even bigger turn. See if you can get that through your glute. You'll definitely get more movement through the spine. And bring it back to center. We're going to go other side. Hook right here into that knee and turn. I have to give a shout out to my sister-in-law who's on. Hi, Tiff. She's on there. You can see her, Tiffany Lorenzo. I've been taking her bar class for the last 3 weeks, I would say. She totally kicks my butt. It's like the best. I'm not sure I sweat that much. I've sweat that much in a really long time. But every time I'm like, I forgot that I'm actually a really sweaty person. And maybe that's something that you don't really want to hear, but now you know. I'm a very sweaty person when I work out, but she doesn't mess around. So if you want to take a bar class with Tiff, you certainly should, because I do. I do Thursday mornings at 9:45. 9:45. You should come and hang out with me. We'll suffer together in the best way. And big turn. All right, bottoms of your feet together. Draw your knees super wide here, as wide as you can, and then try to draw your knees down towards the floor. Now, once again, you guys, I can't stress this enough, your body is not going to look like anyone else's body. So you're not going to look like me when I do this. I have actually a pretty decent amount of hip external rotation, meaning that I can get my hips to go out pretty far, but you know what I really am not great at is internal rotation. All right, so everybody's different. You have like a 180-degree movement with your hip. You can kind of go this way, you can go this way. Your hip, if you actually wanted it to, could go all the way 360, but obviously we're not going to do that. So you either have a higher degree of external rotation or internal rotation, or you have equal degrees of both, which is, I wish I had, but I just don't. So notice what it feels like for you, and it doesn't necessarily mean that you're tight if you don't look like the person next to you. It just means you have a different anatomy. I mean, it could be that you're tight, but I guess it really depends. Try to keep your chest upright nice and tall. So you're not necessarily leaning over too much, but nice and tall, really trying to drive the knees down. And then one of my favorite things to do for your hips afterwards, and I can't have my shoes on for this one. I like to take a half lotus. You can kind of go cross-legged just like this if you'd like. I really like a half lotus for this. So you're gonna have one foot kind of facing the ceiling. My right foot is up facing the ceiling. And from here, you're gonna come right back down, see if you can find your elbows. You're gonna get a lot of hip and glute opening with that. Now it might feel a little uncomfortable. I'm not okay with pain with you, but if it's a little uncomfortable because you're feeling a little bit of that tightness start to release, I just simply want you to breathe into it. We'll take a couple good breaths in here. And then go ahead and come back up. We're gonna switch it out. So switch out your feet to your non-dominant side. It might feel a little bit different on one side, and that's okay. And then go ahead and come right back down. See, this side feels different to me. It's actually interesting, the majority of women have a tighter hip on the left side than the right. And I believe, I mean, this is just a hypothesis, so don't take me as like a researcher on this one. But I believe what that is because a lot of us are right-handed, and as women, when we're carrying our babies, we needed to do everything right-handed, so we carried them all on our left side. So I don't know if you can relate to that, but if you carry them on the left side with your left arm and you kind of did that little hip kick over and shifted that body weight over to the left side in order for them to be like a shelf on your hip, so you can do things with your right. Over the course of time, that's not amazing for your hips, right? So you may feel a little bit more tightness in that left hip than you're used to, and you might wonder why. Remember what it was like when you were carrying your babies. Did you carry them on your left hip? Chances are you did. All right, guys, and then everybody's right back up. We're gonna take a side body stretch. We're almost there. So take your right hand up and over, kind of high-fiving the left side of the room. And again, you're really trying to like reach up. A lot of times people kind of like dip into this. I want you to reach up and then just over, really trying to reach for your fingertips towards the ceiling and lengthening out of the hip. And then bring it right back down, other side. Ooh, both weeks. Good morning. And right back to center. Hands right here at your heart. Draw the shoulder blades down. One last big inhale as a team. Open mouth, exhale. I bring my hands to my third eye center. And I am so grateful for you guys for joining on a less populated Sunday class, but certainly a fantastic one. I haven't been on here for like a month because I took Mother's Day off. So happy late Mother's Day to all of you. And if you need me, you know where to find me. Otherwise, have an incredible Sunday. I love you all very much. And hopefully the gym is opening soon.
Thanks, Kels.
You got it, guys. I'll see you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.